What's going on, guys? Nick Wood here, the king of digital real estate. Let's talk about outsourcing. When should you start outsourcing? And I want to first say it really depends on what you're looking to do. How big are you looking to do? Are you looking to do this part-time, dabbling, half pregnant, toe in the water, and you only want to make $500? If that's the case, get off this video and I don't know. I'm probably not your guy. Okay. If you're looking to make $500 or $1,000, I'm not your guy. Let's just say that. Okay. Hop off the channel, unsubscribe. I'm talking about building big stuff. For everybody else that's still here, listen up. Okay. If you guys want to build a big business, you have to have help. You cannot do everything yourself. You can't. You can't be doing all of it yourself. And in the beginning, you have to. But if you want to get to 100K, you're not going to be able to do it yourself. Period. End of story. So accept that, number one. Okay. Number two is I need you to do this. This is what the advice that I got from somebody that's coaching me to get me to $1 million a month. And I asked the exact same question with my current business. And the person said to me this: make two lists. List number one, make a list of all the things that you're spending your time doing. Go for 1 week and make a list that you're spending your time doing. 7 hours of content, 5 hours of prospecting, 12 hours of accounting, 3 hours of this, Make the list of where all of your time's going for an entire week. That's number one. Number two, make a list of all the things that are moving the needle. Prospecting, yep, that's really moving the needle. Closing, yep. Content, kinda. Backlink, kinda. GMB setup, kinda. All of these things, you need to prioritize them from the things that are moving the needle the most to the things that are moving the needle the least, okay? You make these two lists, and then this is the secret, is you look at the things that are taking the most amount of your time and are moving the needle the least. Because here's what happens. Some of the things that are taking a ton of your time but are still moving the needle, you need to keep them. You need to keep those for right now. So for example, with me, sales at some point was taking a lot of my time. It was taking 2/3 of my day. But guess what? Sales, closing, prospecting, that was the very thing that was moving the needle. So I kept it. And I got rid of something that took a ton of my time, which was content. So another thing that took a ton of my time was setting up websites, okay? Accounting, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that's how you start to outsource, is you find the things that are taking the most amount of your time, but have the lowest return, meaning they do not move the needle. So I will give you a little cheat here. Typically your sales activities, those are the things that are moving the needle. Those are the things you're going to want to hang on to. So before you go and just like, let me outsource sales, if that's the thing that's moving the needle, keep it and get rid of everything else. And at the very end, now you can start to find some salespeople. That's what I've always done in my businesses. Okay. And you know, what's funny is I didn't know this advice. I just naturally kind of did it. Like when I first started back, a few years ago, the first thing I did, I was like, dude, content's taking all my time. Got rid of it. Backlinking's taking all my time. Got rid of it. Setting up websites, taking all my time. Got rid of it. Setting up GMB, taking all. And I just got rid of it. And I kept the sales, but it wasn't because I knew what I was doing. It's because I really enjoyed the sales. So just remember this. Write it down. Etch it in your brain. Put it in a note. The things that are taking the most amount of your time right now, but are not moving the needle, those are the things you need to outsource first, okay? Those are the things you need to outsource first, and you need to just think about it like this. And as far as when to outsource, I would tell you that if you're looking to build something that is going to be big, set it up now. If you can do it and you're not spending every dollar that's paying your bills and you have a little bit of excess, use it to build a team. And I would tell you, do it now. Do it now because you're going to need it. And if you're going to need it eventually, you may as well do it now because you're going to have to go through the hiccups. You're going to have to go through the training. You're going to have to go through the cuts and the scrapes and the bruises and all that stuff of hiring the wrong people and training wrong and not being a good manager and all that stuff. So do it now because as they say, there's this analogy that the biggest trees have the deepest root system, right? The biggest buildings have the deepest foundation. We need to really build our foundation. If we're going to go to 100K, we're going to need content writers. We're going to need backlinkers. We're going to need project managers. We're going to need people that do the GMB. We are going to need people to do everything except for our sales. I got to the 100K mark doing all the sales myself. Now, I look back on it, and if I would have got a sales guy or a sales girl, I probably would have got there a lot faster. So I'm not saying we shouldn't hire those things, but I'm telling you that you should outsource the correct things first. But as far as when, guys, if you're going to do it, this is my mentality. If you're going to do it, and why not do it big? And if you're going to do it big, why not do it now? Why wait till next year? Why wait for next quarter? Why wait? Why are you taking your money and using it to flex a little bit? Take the money, put it back into your business, get an outsourcer, train that person on one specific task and do it now, okay? Now, again, let me tell you this. I don't ask you to trust me. I don't ask you, you don't have to build a business just like mine. That's fine. You don't have to want 100K. However, if you want a business that's hands-off, you want a business that you don't have to do a lot, but it still cranks money in every single month, you're going to need help. And this is a business where we can use outsource. We can use people in other countries that we can pay less money than we have to pay in the US, and we can run an arbitrage, right? We can charge X and we can fulfill it for Y, and we make the spread. Don't trust me, go try it.